Road note, first gas stop. Tire pressure's good. Rural Georgia. And I'm loving it. I love America. I love living here. I've been a lot of places in the world, and I love living in America. This road note goes out to, this road note is dedicated to Jason Jesse. This one goes out to Jason Jesse. I know that he loves chickens, and I've got a handsome little bunch over here. I wish I could get closer. They're not having it. How cool is it, man? This beautiful, beautiful sunrise morning. I've got a rainbow up there in the clouds. Good morning, John Zander. Got a rainbow in the clouds. Air pressure's good. Fuel is full. Got a full tank. Cash in my pocket. Enough to get home. Cannot express my gratitude sufficiently to folks who helped me along the way. Even at that hotel, they figured out I was sick. The lady behind the counter said, "How are you feeling?" as I was checking out. She said, "Are you feeling any better?" Funny joke about Jason Jesse. You guys, all ribbing aside, everybody belongs, especially people who've made mistakes, even inexcusable mistakes. It's not the same thing as excusing the inexcusable. Keith, you're good. You're good. Anybody who becomes a public person is subject to scrutiny, and anybody that resents that scrutiny just didn't understand what being a public person meant. So, I'm loving it. So, you guys, I appreciate all your comments, and I love each one of you. We're all coming from where we're coming from, and we're all in the moment we're in. Nobody needs to take any of this social media stuff too seriously. So, you know, my dad was raised on a poultry farm in Connecticut, a big one, and in his older age, my dad became a scientist, a pretty big deal working scientist. Yes, you would have. Yes, Keith would have said it about anyone. My dad was a big scientist, a big intellectual, yada yada, and he got in his 70s, and sure enough, he built a chicken coop, and he brought in a bunch of those fluffy Oricanas and special breed chickens with the fluffy feathers and all the specialty stuff, and I just could see how we really do. We live from our roots, and we return to our roots when we get older. Like a tree, we grow up and we're fruitful and big, and in our old age we shrink down and we return to our roots. Paul Pena, so good to see you on here. Seeing your names come up reminds me of the times I've had with each of you, and it is very sweet. There's very little bitterness in my heart. These trips scour it out, make me think through, they make me dig down, make my apologies, and keep moving on. I don't tend to hold on to shame. There's no use in it. There's no usefulness in shame outside of that first apology and trying to do better. And thank you, Jerome Berloth, for the wise advice to listen to my body. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. I'm having a beautiful morning. It's chilly. It's going to get colder as I go north, and more of my front pack will go onto my body as I go. So my motorcycle breaks down into basically 3 cargo portions. Front cargo, this is all one roll. There are 4 things in it. There's my heated hoodie, my leather over jacket, cowboy leather, my insulated coveralls, and an army large duffel. The large duffel does waterproof work in the back over the load that needs to stay dry, and it also is a container. When I offload, I just put everything in the duffel. Second part of my load is this. This is a sick, super useful backpack that I got. I can hear, listen closely, you can hear my toothbrush. It's gonna have to die. My toothbrush got squeezed and it's vibrating in there, and I'm just gonna let it die because I'm not digging it out. But backpack, and then in the straps of the backpack I've got a dry bag. That's my clothing. This is all the clothing I bring, is this little wee bit of clothing, just a few shirts. I brought my worst pair of Dickies with me, and at the end of the trip I threw the Dickies away. I'm just wearing my Kevlar, my Tobacco Motorwear Kevlar jeans now. I've got long johns in here. I'm wearing my long john top. My long john bottom I'm not going to wear until I feel like I need to. I'll go to coveralls before I go long johns. I suspect I will not need my long john bottoms. So that's the second piece. That's an integrated piece. Third piece is the skateboard, and the rest of it all stays on the bike. These are my tools. These are 2 MOLLE packs that have got my yeah, it's funny, isn't it, that the brush is in there vibrating. I'm just gonna let it die. Maybe it'll translate up to the front of the load and give me a back massage as I go. 2 MOLLE packs that have got tons of cold weather stuff in them. I've got winter, right now I've got nice little summer gloves on, but I've got winter gloves, and then I've got over gloves that are 3-finger over gloves, and I've got lots and lots of those Hunter heat packs, the hot hands, in there as well. And then I've got my cowboy saddlebags, beautiful old set of saddlebags I got at a consignment store for 80 bucks. They're definitely worth 400 fresh. And those guys, they're mounted under the seat. They'll be bolted to the bike with internal hard packs in them for safety too later on. But that all stays on the bike, and that's why I park my bike really carefully. Well, Johnny Law just pulled in. Lake County Sheriffs have dipped through to check out and make sure I don't have any patches on my back, which I do not. And I'm gonna get back on the road. Much love to you guys, and make sure that Johnny Law doesn't have to spend any more time paying attention to me. Have a great morning, everyone. Catch you soon.